chest press. The target muscles we're working are your chest, shoulders and the backs of your arms. Now to set up the black straps, we want approximately mid-thigh. Standing in front of the black strap, take hold of the handles and lean forward with the arms straight. Bend the elbows and straighten. Bending and straighten. Hands should go only as far as shoulders and straighten. Now to make it harder for yourself, take your feet back towards the black straps. And now we're on a more acute angle, bend and straighten. And that's the chest press exercise. This exercise is called the low back row. The target muscles we're working are the whole of your back and our biceps, which are the front of our arms. Take hold of the straps, the handles, arms straight to start with, palms facing each other. Bend the elbows, pull yourself up towards the handles and straighten the arms back. When you bend the elbows, squeeze those shoulder blades back towards each other and straighten your arms. Squeezing the shoulder blades back and straighten the arms. If you want to make it harder, step closer towards the black straps. Keep bending, squeezing the shoulder blades and straighten the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades, straighten the arms. And that's our low back row exercise. This exercise is called the pro knee tuck. The target muscles we're looking at are shoulders and your whole core. Now to set up the black straps, we need it to be approximately mid-calf length. Kneeling down in front of the black straps, we want to slide the handles up, out of the way, and we're going to place one foot at a time, foot facing down, other foot, now we're going to position our elbows so that we create a triangle. So coming down onto the mat, elbows and hands are creating a triangle. When I come off the floor, I'm going to hike my hips, keep my hips relatively high, and then bend the knees and straighten the legs. Now, if you want to make it harder, we can do a straight-legged version, keeping the hips hiked, keep the elbows and hands forming a triangle. And that's our pro knee tuck exercise. This exercise is called the overhead tricep extension. The target muscles that's working are basically your shoulders and the backs of your arms. To set up the black straps, we need them to be approximately mid-thigh, and we're going to be facing away from the black straps. Take hold of the handles. Arms straight to begin with, overhead. Thumbs together, keep them together, and as you bend your elbows, take your hands over your head and straighten back out. Now if you want to make this harder, take a step backwards or take one foot off the floor. I'm going to step backwards. And that is a very good overhead tricep extension exercise. This exercise is called prone press-ups. And we're targeting our chest shoulders, and the backs of our arms, along with our core. The setup of black straps, we want the black straps approximately halfway down your calf, mid-calf. Kneeling down in front of the black straps, slide the handles up, both handles, and place one foot in at a time, foot facing down. Now, where do we put our hands? Our hands need to go wider than the mat, basically just a little wider than your shoulders. Walk the hands away a little, taking it wider than the mat, which is wider than your shoulders. When your feet come off, hike your hips, lift your hips up high, maintain that while you bend and straighten your elbows. Now, if you want a harder option, you can hold the press up down for just that tad bit longer in the bent elbow position. So keeping your hips hiked, hold it down, and back. And that's our current press up exercise. This exercise is called the single leg front lunge. The target muscles we're working are the fronts of the thighs and the buttocks. To set the black straps up, we need the black straps to be approximately mid-thigh, and we want to slide one of the handles up the loop. Okay? Turn your back to the black strap and place the top of one foot into that loop. Turn and face away from the black straps. Hop out a little. Straighten that back leg out. And now we're ready. Bending this front knee and straighten. Now, if you want to make it harder, take your hands above your head. And that's our black straps single leg front lunge. This exercise is called side plank hold. The target muscles that we're looking at are your core, more specifically your obliques and our shoulders. Now the black straps need to be set up such that they're approximately halfway down your calf, approximately halfway mid-calf. Kneeling down, slide the handles up, the loops, both handles. And place one foot in at a time. Face down, toes down. Now we need to position our elbows first. Create a triangle with your elbows and your hands. Now from this position, what we're really going to end up doing is turning our body so that we're actually balancing on one elbow and forearm. So we need to come up, hike our hips and turn our body to one side. Now your feet are going to rotate in the loops and we're going to hold that position. So coming up, rotate to one side. I'm using this hand for balance, this forearm, and we're on this elbow. Now, we can take this hand and hold it here. Of course, some of you people will be wanting something a little bit more intense, so we can do this. We can make a knee tuck and straighten. Knee tuck and straighten, all while you're balancing. And that's the end of our side plank hold. This exercise is called the bicep curl, and this is targeting our shoulders and the biceps. we want to make sure the black straps are approximately halfway up your thigh, mid-thigh. Take hold of the handles and lean back. Now we want our palms to face upwards, and then we're ready. Bending your elbows, hands go above your head and straighten back out. Keep the palms facing up, hands above head and straighten. Hands above head and straighten. Now to make this a lot harder for yourself, once again you can step forward, closer to the black straps, bend elbows and straighten. Hands above head and straighten. And that's our bicep curl exercise. This exercise is called prone leg scissors, and the core, target muscles, and inner and outer thigh. Now the black straps, once again, needs to be approximately mid-calf height, approximately, and we're going to kneel down and slide the handles up. Both handles slide up. Turn away and face one foot in at a time. And we're going to come down onto our elbows. We want our elbows and our hands to create a triangle. When I come up, I need to hike my hips, lift my hips, and maintain that body position. Then we're going to take our legs apart and bring them together. So maintain a hiked hip, and take apart, bring together. Now, of course, if that's too easy for you, come up onto your hands. Hands either side of the mat or close is fine. We need to maintain the height in your hips while your straight legs are opening and closing. And that's our leg scissor, prone leg scissor exercise. This exercise is the single leg squat, and the target muscles we're looking at are front of thigh and buttocks, along with inner thigh. Now the setup of the black straps is we want it to be approximately mid-thigh. Take hold of the handles and lean back. Now both knees together. Bring your knees together, legs straight to start with. Take one foot off the floor, bend and straighten the other leg. Do one more. Now if you want to make it harder, take your foot closer to the black straps, keep the knees together, bend and straighten the other leg. And that's the end of our single leg squat.